What's going on, everyone? Do you remember a couple years ago the Mitchell and Murray just absolute showdown playoff series where they were just trading 50-game points and just completely going at it? Well, Donovan Mitchell is officially available for trade for the right package. And a big question is, what if the Denver Nuggets just never have to have that showdown happen again? Because you could just get Donovan Mitchell to pair with Murray and the Joker and put together this phenomenal big three. I mean, think about it. What if the Denver Nuggets are a team that goes and trades for Donovan Mitchell? Now, offensively, you would be fantastic, right? Because you'd have Murray, you'd have Mitchell, you'd have Joker down low to just, be the sort of inside-out game. You could let Mitchell and Murray, who are very similar players, but they both offer a lot of diversity. Murray, he also wouldn't have to, rush back, right? Because they will be getting him back this year, but there's a lot of issues with his injuries and stuff like that, right? I mean, they would be tremendous offensively. Defensively, they kind of wouldn't be that good, if I'm being honest. But, I mean, if they're putting up 140 points a game, it's hey, you gotta beat us. And it's not like they're great defensively now. So you, instead of trying to be good on offense and mediocre on defense, just say, forget the defense. Let's just become great. Let's become the best offensive team in the league. And just having these two guards that can just do multiple things, put points on the board. I think it would be really good for the Denver Nuggets. And I'm surprised it's not a team that hasn't been brought up before, because the Denver Nuggets, they have picks, they have young players, they have everything. And so you could actually put a package together around, let's say, Michael Porter Jr. And the beauty is, with Utah, they can allow Porter Jr. to take his time. Because the big question with Porter Jr. is his health, right? His back issues, stuff like that. He just had surgery. How long is it going to take him to recover? And if he recovers, is he going to, try to force the issue too quick? If you're the Utah Jazz, you're rebuilding, you're tanking, you're doing all that stuff anyway. You don't need Porter Jr. to come back. You could have him just sit out the year. So you trade for Michael Porter Jr., maybe you get a guy like Highland and, another piece, and then maybe get 2 first-round picks, because there are a lot of questions with, Porter Jr. Maybe you get something like that. Instead of getting 7 picks, you get Porter Jr., you get, 1 or 2 first-round picks, get a guy like Highland that could be a young point guard. There you go. That's what you get. I mean, that's better than a lot of the packages, especially if Porter Jr. turns out to be that star player that many people thought he would be. Now, he's already had a bit of an injury history, but if you're Utah, you don't need him to rush to come back. You have him just train, recover, go through therapy, go through all that stuff. You have your medical teams, everything. Just spend a year getting him just perfect. Whatever we have to do to get Michael Porter Jr. to just be the healthiest he's ever been in his life, that's what we're going to do the next year. If you're terrible, who cares? You're tanking. You're tanking regardless. So just, ride out the year, have a bad year, get a good draft pick, and just let things happen. You get a guy in Michael Porter Jr. who's still only 24 years old. He's 6'10". He was super hyped coming into the league. A guy that could light it up from outside. We have seen the flashes from Porter Jr. too, right? I mean, there have been games where he absolutely has gone off and been that star guy, that mismatch that many people thought he would be. And so if you're Denver, yeah, it would suck to lose him and maybe what he could become, but you're getting, a 25-year-old in Donovan Mitchell, a guy that is already, for a fact, is a 20-plus point a game guy. That would be one of the best big threes in the league. Again, defensively, you're not great, but you're going to be a ton of fun to watch. Worst case scenario, you probably are a contender, or at least up there, one of the better teams in the league, even without much defense. It would be a great position for Denver to be in. And then if you're Utah, you get a young 24-year-old potential star that could just be tremendous, that you don't need to rush back. You could do the Embiid route, sit out for the year, take the year off. I know you have injury histories. I know there's a lot of concerns about you. You haven't been able to play, but we're just going to have you sit. We're going to have you rehab, get yourself together. Next year, you're going to come in. At that point, hopefully we can get some other pieces, maybe hit on the draft, all of that stuff, and we can start building a real team around you. We'll have one bad year this year, which you're going to have anyway, right? I mean, even if you do the Knicks deal or something like that, you're going to have a bad season. You're tanking this season anyway, so who cares? Who cares if Michael Porter plays this year or not? Let him go and grow and develop and be, and then bring him back and hope that he can have, you can replicate the Embiid thing where he becomes a star. And now he's not the number 3 or 4 option. He's the number 1 option. You got a guy in Highland who could be a young point guard, get a lot of experience as being like, the guy on the team because you don't really have much else. It could be a really beneficial thing. You get some draft picks in the deal, and maybe, like I said, you hit on the draft, you get another star. I just think that it's a great position for Utah to be in. And it's arguably better than any other package that they would get. What other young potential superstar could they get? Maybe Miami, they could try to work out a deal for Donovan Mitchell. The problem is they have, they have Bam Adebayo, so you have to get rid of Bam in any type of trade for Donovan Mitchell. So I don't see them doing that. What deal is out there for the Utah Jazz that would be better than a Michael Porter Jr., 2 first-round picks, and and like a Highland or something, or maybe you throw in like one more, like a Jeff Green or something like that. Here you go, just to match salaries, whatever. What would be a better deal than that? I don't think there is one. You get a young point guard that has lots of potential. You get a young potential superstar in this league, and Michael Porter Jr., if he can get his body, mind, and health right. I think it would be a win-win. And again, you're Utah. You don't need to rush. Take your time. Take the year off, Porter. Don't worry. Don't rush. Just rehab. Get yourself right. Get your body right. Get your mind right. Let's make this happen. And then next year, you have Murray and you have Joker to add to Donovan Mitchell. You would have such a big. These two went to the Western Conference Finals. And a lot of people thought they could be back there the last few years, but Murray got hurt. And it would be nice to just have that insurance policy if you're Denver, because there are a lot of questions with Murray. Can he stay healthy? If he can't stay healthy, is he going to come back the same? It would be nice to have a guy in Donovan Mitchell where it's if Murray comes back and he's 50% the player he was, at least you got a guy in Donovan Mitchell who is, arguably as good as Murray. I just think however you slice it, it would be a home run for Denver. And it's a team that I'm surprised hasn't at least been brought up. I understand the Kevin Durant trade. I understand things like that, certain big stars. But I don't think Donovan Mitchell is out of reach. I don't think he's a guy that, because Donovan Mitchell, he's good. He's not great. Donovan Mitchell isn't even a top 20, 25 guy in this league. And it's think of the potential that Porter could have. You get another young guy. You get a couple first-round picks. We get Donovan. At that point, if you have Donovan, you don't care. If you have Murray, Donovan, and Jokic, you don't care. You don't care about anything else. You have a big 3 for now and the future. You're in a great spot. Great spot. But, that's my opinion. As always, I pass the question on to you. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. What do you think about Donovan Mitchell being traded to the Denver Nuggets? Do you love the trade? Do you hate the trade? What kind of package do you think you'd give up for that? Do you think Porter, Highland, and 2 firsts is worth it? You think that's a good deal? You get some young players. You get a potential, could be a potential all-star or superstar level player, and you get a couple firsts for doing it. Denver, they get to take on Donovan Mitchell. You got Murray, Mitchell, and Joker. I don't see how that wouldn't be a good thing for Denver. I think if anyone says no, it would be Utah, just because Utah, they might have too many concerns for Porter. But I don't know. I just think if you're Utah, you don't have to rush Porter back, and the potential on the upside is so much more higher, so much more higher. It's I just think you pair the former 2-time MVP with with these 2 guards. You're terrible defensively, but you are tremendous offensively. Do you feel that same way, or do you feel, it wouldn't make any sense for Denver? They're good as they are now. You're better off keeping Michael Porter. Hopefully he can get healthy and be that guy. Because if Michael Porter Jr. can become the guy that many people think he can be, then that would probably be better for the Denver Nuggets than Donovan Mitchell. But it's what would you rather have? Would you rather have the certainty, or would you rather have the, maybe we get there at some point? It hasn't happened yet, but maybe. That's kind of my logic and thinking. But again, love to hear your thoughts, opinions, however you feel, down in the comment section below. One last little shameless plug is I did start As It Stands Lakers. It is a channel just like this, dedicated to only the Lakers, because the Lakers are my favorite team. And on this channel, As It Stands, I talk about all teams, all sports, stuff like that. We have football season coming up, so I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. And I just wanted to make a dedicated channel to the Lakers to give the ins and outs. Now, all the big stuff, all the big news and stuff, I will still post here on this channel. But if you want all the ins and outs and just rumors and theories and just discussions just strictly on the Lakers, link down in the description or in the comment section. Go check out the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.